if you want to create any resource, first you have to decide which subscription, dev or test or prod, which resource group inside. See, one subscription inside you can create a multiple resource groups. You can create a multiple resources. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to show you how to create a VNet. So VNet is a region service, same like AWS. So I'm creating a VNet. You can take any, I'm just taking a custom VNet. So central US I'm taking, you can take India also, no problem. So next I'm taking here the series CIDR series 10.0.0.16. If you want to change, you can change your wish. And along with that, one subnet is creating default subnet. So this default subnet allowing outbound access, right? I don't want this now. So you can remove it and create a. So VNet creation is clear, right, everyone? Same like a AWS. Create. Okay. So the deployment is going on. You can see virtual networks. Still it is creating. Yeah, my custom VNet is created into central US. This is the subscription. This is the resource group inside. Okay. This is the region. Okay. Click on custom VNet. So you can see now VNet creation successfully. You can see 0 subnets. This is the CADR block. This is the subscription and resource group. Now, if I want to create a subnet, the settings under subnet, you can create. I will explain what is Bastion also. And click on subnet here. Name you can give subnet 1. So for example, public. If it is a public, outbound access is allowed. Okay. And CIDR is 10.0.0 by 24 it is taking. Okay, let it be. I don't want to create an ad gateway as of now. And add, create a subnet. One subnet creation done, guys. If you want, you can create one more subnet. Subnet to private. So I'm enabling now. Add. Second subnet also created. So two subnets, the only the difference is outbound access in Azure. So guys, these points you can write in your note after, in your hostels while practicing time. Once back to your hostel, you just note down this, the differences. Why I'm saying, if any entry is there in Azure, you can open the book, you can see the differences enough. Otherwise, you need to again go through the videos and all time taking process. Just write here, subnet point of view, only the difference is this outbound access. On AWS, more granularity is there. You have to create internet gateway, you have to create a route table, you have to route the routings and all. But Azure is not thing. You no need to get any route tables, no need to create any internet gateway and all. Already integration done everything. Just public private subnets only, default outbound access and prevent outbound access. For the subnet level, server level, enable public access, disable public access is the server level. That's it, the difference. In AWS, even subnet public, but server, if you disable public IP, the server acts as a private only. No use, right? That's what Azure maybe replace this action. So even if I server public IP enable, even it is running inside the private, this is private. So that's what they're giving only two options: enable public IP, disable public IP. That's it. So our end control is very less. Just enable, disable. The background integrations already done by Azure, but AWS is not like that. Creation of public server, internet gateway creation, routings, edit route tables, subnet association, then create a server, enable a public IP is the concept. Clear now? Okay. Now, So subnets also creation done. Let's go to VMs, virtual machines. So as of now, no virtual machines. Create. So basic resource group already there, existing resource group. Otherwise, you can create if it is a personal account. Virtual machine name, I'm giving my virtual machine name VM1. I'm just name I'm giving a public. So region definitely should be in the same region where the VNet is exist. Central US and availability options, availability zones you can take. Otherwise, system will be assign any one of the availability zone. And image, leave it for this now. And next disk, yeah, here. Username, this time, okay, we can take a public key. Already you know this process, right? Download key pair and upload key pair. Same concept. I'm taking password for easily do it. So Azure username you can give and password you can give. So public inbound ports, none, allowing only specific port 22. Inbound ports I'm disabling. I'm not selecting anything except 22. Okay, now guys, understand important thing now. Whenever you launch VM by enabling default rules, some additional rules. My rule is I'm giving 22, right? Along with the VM, one security group will create. That security group allows 22. Same like AWS. AWS also creates security group, select existing security group. Create security group along with the EC2 security group will create and enable whatever rule you have enabled that will be enabled there also. So here also NSG will create. In Azure security group service name is NSG. In AWS security group service is security group only. But AWS two type of layers are there. Subnet we have NACL, EC2 we have a security group. But Azure NSG only the service can support both subnet level, server level. That's it. There is no separate service here. So NACL, SGSG, NSG. Clear now? Okay. I'll discuss that one also. And go to disk. You know already disk area. So networking. So which network, which VNet, which subnet, and see public IP new. Automatically public IP will create and assign to server. Yes, I want to create a public VM. NSG creating a basic NSG with enabling 22 already I have enabled. Okay, and review and create. So validation pass everything, then we can go ahead for creation of server. Server is creating. Yeah, creation done. Still deployment is in progress. We can check here also. Deployment is in progress. Done. Okay, guys. And important thing, again, I'm going to highlight when you create a server, guys, the background, two things will be created along with the server. Let me continue this process. Okay. So day two. Okay. So when you create a VM, guys, okay, let me take big one. Okay. Okay. When you create a VM, guys, two things will be attached to this VM. One is for NSG, Network Security Group, NSG. This one. Okay. Azure NSG. It's a firewall. Clear na? But understand one thing. This NSG not attached directly to VM. We have a one more layer in between. The layer is NIC card, Azure NIC, which is relevant, which is equivalent to AWS's ENI, Elastic Network Interface. When you create a server, ENI will be created, right? For private IP. Security group also attached to ENI only. If you remove the ENI and attach to different servers, same IP will get, same SG will get, right? Not same here also. This is the NIC card. NIC. Okay. Clear now? So let's go and validate this two first. After create VM, this is my VM. Click on it. Let's understand network interface attached or not. This is network interface. You can click on it. This is NIC card. So this NIC contains private IP, public IP. You can see attach it to. Understand now? This NIC card attached to VM and NSG. Clear now? So now you can see this NIC card attached NSG VM also, right or not? Okay. This is very important. So let's check it now. This NSG attached to this VM. Now VM accept or deny any rules. This NSG is the responsible. So you can see my NSG, I have given only 22 rule. Remaining rules are default rules. So the default rules are what? VNet to VNet, any to load balancer, any to any is deny. So inbound, we have a three type of default rules plus additional rule what I have given. Out of three rules, one rule is for Denny, two rules are for allow. Two rules for allow what? VNet to VNet, load balancer to any. Load balancer is external load balancer. It should accept any traffic, right? Any to any means Denny by default. Any to any means it will not allow any to any. Denny. And coming to the outbound access. Outbound access also VN to virtual network is allow. And any to internet. Yes, outbound access request will go from server to outside of the network, right? So allows any network, but any to any is again deny. So by default, any to any is deny for inbound and outbound also. Okay. So now my server able to connect or not? Because SSH22 enabled. Clear now? Let's do one thing. Go to inbound security group rules. What I'm going to do, I just remove this rule now. This rule I have assigned while creating a server, right? Now, I have removed this 22 rule from NSG level. Now let's try to connect this server SSH Azure user, the rate, public IP of the VM. So let's take VM1 public. This is the one, right? Public address. 2046. 240, 223. First, it will ask yes or no, but even request is not trying to hit Azure environment. Clear what I'm trying to say? Because of yes. Okay, see, connection timeout, port 22 is timeout. Request is not hitting your NSG. So what I can do now here, again go to, so again in AWS also your server unable to connect, simply you can go to secret group inbound rule, you can enable, disable this activity. You can do now NSG level. So in this case, first open a VM, which NSG attached. So don't go NSG, don't confuse there. Simple, open VM. So you can see which NSG attached here. You can see here directly. You can go. Okay. So now this VM, guys, you can see. So this VM attached to which? This one. Network interface card, right? Open this NIC card. But AWS directly you can see in the server level. But this is attached to NIC card actually. So this attachment only show if you can open the NIC card. So this is the NIC card. You can see NIC card attached to this NSG. Open this NSG and inbound security rules. Add here. You can see 22 I need to enable, right? So now you can see source, any source, destination, any service. I'm giving SSH. I'm unable to here. Okay. So priority I'm giving 100, but if you give priority 65,003, again it will block. Deny is there now 65,000. So the priority will be less than this value, denier value. I'm giving 100. So name you can give SSH allow something, add. Okay, 22 TCP any allow. Now try to, still this is going on. Changes are deploying. Okay, this is done. Refresh. Perfect. Let's give again same command. So this time is it is asking password. Connected. Sudo su hyphen. Yeah, wget download something from the internet. So you are able to download, right? Because this is running inside the default outbound access subnet. Yeah, that too, this is public server. Yeah, you can take some download options here. Connected and downloaded. Clear until here? Add ఏమి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తాను అదే చేసాం ఇక్కడ నేను డైరెక్ట్ అంటే ఎక్కడ సి ఇన్బౌండ్ రూల్ ఆప్షన్ వెన్ ఇట్ విల్ బి ఎనేబుల్ యూ కెన్ ఓపెన్ ఎన్ఎస్జి ఓన్లీ రైట్ దిస్ ఇన్బౌండ్ దిస్ ఆప్షన్ ఎనేబుల్ వన్స్ యూ ఆర్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద ఎన్ఎస్జి ఓన్లీ రైట్ క్లియర్ నా Okay. Clear na till here, everyone? Okay. Let me create a private VM also. I'm just repeating yesterday's session only. So now I'll start new concept also after private VM. Private VM. So go for Central, US and Ubuntu. So password I'm taking here. Azure user. So networking I'm taking here. Subnet 2 I'm taking private. And I don't want any public IP for the private VM. So 22 only enable, just create. So this VM is creating into second subnet. So I have created a two subnets. One is for default outbound. Second one is for uh, second one is I have enabled that option to not allow for outbound access. So one subnet is for default outbound access. Default outbound access. So default outbound definitely using internet gateway only. But our end is not available. We are not creating any internet gateway. So same concept. I created a one more. One more VM. This case without default outbound access. So this is I'm taking a public. You can take private also. Public. So this is by using NSG request will go here and getting return traffic back. And now this case, I'm not using any default outbound access. Definitely this server unable to connect external. NSG is allowed, but path is not there now. NSG allowed any only, but first request has to travel right. So in this case, go to resources. So private VM 10014. So let's try to connect private VM from the public VM. SSH Azure user 10.0.1.4. Okay. I'm inside of the private VM. Let's run wget command now. Is this possible now? NSG allowed, for example. Okay, NSG allowed, but subnet not allowing to this request to outside. Default outbound access blocked by subnet. That's it. But background, what happened exactly? Default outbound access block means maybe subnet association is not there in the AWS point of view. I'm saying. Now I want to provide internet to this server. What I need to do? NAT gateway, same AWS concept. Let's go to the NAT gateway. So NAT gateway in AWS process is what? So new release from the AWS regional level NAT gateway is also available. Once you create, automatically two Elastic APIs will be created for the minimum two agents for high availability. So definitely that's necessary. If NAT gateway is AZ level, your application running across AZ level, if where the NAT gateway is running that AZ down, different server also internet will be lost, right? At least finally they have enabled that option. Okay. Now regional level, NAT will support across AZ also. So coming to Azure, let's focus now. So this VM, I need internet, right? So in this case, go to NAT gateway sections. NAT gateway. So in AWS, NAT gateway run inside the public network to get internet, right? But here there is no public concept, public subnet, private subnet concept. Only the concept is public IP, public IP enable, public IP disable. If I give public IP to NAT gateway will get internet or not? So in this case, create a NAT gateway, same resource group, same subscription. Central US. Okay. Now see guys, availability zone, you can choose 1, 2, 3 or whatever it is. Next, we no need to consider this. Which VNet inside? Custom VNet inside. Which subnet inside? Subnet to private. I'm giving NAT gateway access to this subnet. And next, wait, but IP we should give, right? Add public IP. Sorry, I missed this. We need to give a public IP for NAT gateway. So I'm giving a can be associated. This public IP already associated for server. We cannot use same public IP for NAT gateway. So I'm creating a new NAT gateway IP. See NAT IP. Clear na? And next. So this NAT has to be route which subnet? My server is running private subnet. So this NAT gateway request should route into this subnet. Next. So create. Again back to this. So here NAT gateway created. Where exactly NAT gateway created? We don't have any option. NAT gateway just created into the VNet inside. Same like AWS also, right? AWS also NAT gateway created in VPC level now. So NAT gateway created, for example, here. So this NAT required public IP, right? To accept the public internet. That's what public IP assign. Okay. Now this NAT has to be route which subnet? I mean, this NAT gateway not required any public subnet. Public IP already yeah, this NAT has to be give internet to which subnet? This subnet inside this VM. That's it. You no need to select any public subnet again in Azure. Why public subnet required for to get internet to NAT gateway in AWS? But in Azure, just give public IP to NAT gateway. So this area to get internet, this area to route internet. That's it. Huh? NAT gateway? No, so here NAT gateway create automatically one background private IP. This is completely managed by Azure. In AWS, partially managed by AWS. So Elastic IP you can see in AWS level, NAT IP, but here you couldn't see any IP. It's completely managed by Azure. That's what in a there is no route tables and all, there is no IP. If I go to, for example, See, simple logic I'll tell you. Let's go to total IPs. Okay. You can go to here, NAT gateway. This is, I have created NAT gateway, right? If you click on it, now you can see one public IP is associated. In AWS, just you can place the subnet. The background one IP will be allocated. That is elastic IP. Now this IP is the IP to translate into your private IP. Understand? Request will go to through this IP only. But server to here, request will come from server private IP. Understand? So here, request will go to NAT gateway through server private IP, right? 10.0.1.4. So this request will go to NAT gateway, NAT public IP. This public IP translate here your IP to NAT public IP. NAT public IP to external, and again reverse back to NAT public IP. NAT public IP to again translate into VM private IP. How it will compromise this? That's what this is stateful, not stateless, right? So request, whatever request will leave, it will allow same request only. If anyone can access from external, this is not tracking by NAT gateway before. So this is completely different request. So this will not allow. Whatever request will leave internally, same request will allow in the external, from external to internal. That's what NAT should be, track the state, definitely. Otherwise, NAT can accept any traffic. Understand? NACL is there now. NACL also, inbound, outbound should be tracked. That's what inbound, whatever you enable, outbound also should enable explicitly. NACL is stateless. To maintain state, inbound, outbound explicitly have to maintain. But security group is stateful. You no need to say to security group inbound have enable, outbound also you can enable. Understand? Yeah, each request it will be translate. Same like AWS. So this is the elastic IP here. But in AWS, we are not giving elastic IP. Once you place and subnet, automatically elastic IP will create. But in NAT gateway, we are giving IP. There is no subnet concept. That IP acts as the elastic IP here. Translation, address translation. Hmm? This is public IP. So AWS elastic IP, which is equal to Azure IP here. Here, only here. Online team, are you following? Just give the response. Okay, thanks. So till here clear na? But in AWS, subnet process is there. Public subnet process is there. In Azure, there is no public subnet process. That's, we need only elastic IP. IP, public IP. That's it. Okay. Till here clear na? Let me test now. Done. Clear na? Now I'm using elastic IP. I mean, your NAT gateway. So bash and host process, NAT gateway process, NSG process, NIC guard process, everything is clear now? Okay. So let me discuss now separately NSG. So already I told you NSG you can attach to subnet level or VM level also. Clear na guys? Okay. Let's go to directly NSG service. Okay. For example, I'm creating a one NSG. Okay. Let's go to create a one subnet. So go to VNet and I'm creating a one subnet. Okay, enable. So here, I think NSG, yeah, here also NSG option is there. Once you create NSG, you can select that NSG. One NSG you can attach to multiple VMs. One NSG you can attach to multiple subnets. Same like SG and SCL. Okay. So then in this case, I'm just creating a subnet without attaching NSG. Later also you can create NSG and attach to subnet also. Clear na? Yeah. Now subnet created but not attached to NSG, right now? So let's go to NSG. I'm creating NSG. Resource group. Name. NSG custom, you can give any name. Central. Review and okay, review and create. It is not asking any rules here. Later we can add a rules. So validation pass you can create. So I'm just creating NSG now. Later you can add a rules, inbound rules, outbound rules, whatever you want. And then attach this NSG where you want to attach. VM level or subnet level. Clear na? Okay. Let's go to inbound rule. I'm adding inbound rule. You know, right, how to add inbound rule? Just SSH or whatever, source, my IP or anywhere IP, and source tag and all. So destination is IP address are everywhere. And service SSH or HTTP. And you can allow. Give the name. I'm just giving. So now this NSG not attached to anywhere now. This is simply isolated, right? Can I attach this NSG to subnet? Yes. Existing subnet you can attach. New subnet also you can attach. Multiple NSGs also we can attach. So where I want to attach, you can scroll down here. You can see network interfaces. You can see subnets also. Click on subnet, associate. Associate to which subnet you want to attach? Subnet 3. So this is a VNet. Inside this VNet, this is a subnet. Now NSG will be associated to this subnet. Now, one more problem. Inside subnet, multiple VMs are running. All VMs allow 22 now. Single layer only, right? AWS NSL SG also there. NSL 22 allow at least server level we can block. But NSG works subnet level, VM level. Now this subnet inside, every VM can accept 22 connection. Anyway. So go to resource. Now you can see this NSG associated to one subnet. You can click on it. This is the subnet. How to disassociate? Done. Clear na? Okay. Now how to attach VM level, Veera? As you said, NSG works VM level, subnet level. How to attach VM level? NSG attached to VM. But see this architecture. NSG attached to NIC, NIC card. NIC card already attached to VM. So the NIC means network interface card. Clear na? Network interface card. So here is the network interface. Click on it. Associate to. So cannot be associated to network security group. I think VM, this VNet's already. Okay. So you cannot attach multiple NSGs directly to single NIC card. So in this case, only one NSG can be associated with single network interface, and also only one NSG per the subnet also. Okay, my bad. Okay. But AWS is possible, right? Okay. In that case, okay, the reason this NIC cards already associated with some NSGs, right? In this case, how to do it? Okay, I'll do one thing. Create a one more VM, and public IPs limitations also there, guys. Free tier environment. They will give 3 public IPs only. If you create a 4th public server, it will not allow. So NatGate, if you practice, VM should be 2 only. 3 public IPs only they were allowing for free tier. Limitations are there. Okay, let's go to create a one more VM now. So this time you can see, guys, I'm creating a VM without any inbound rules. So I'm creating a VM private for 3, 3. None. Okay. So I'm taking any one of the subnet 3. Public IP disable. So now network security group is none. I'm not giving any basic rule also now. So later I can attach. Review and create a VM. Deployment is in complete now. Now tell me again, Along with this server, NIC card will be created or not? Created. Let's check this NIC card. Where it is? Yeah. So this is one, this is one, this is one, this is one. Let's refresh. VM private 3, you can check the NIC card here, or you can see here also some net security, or you can go. Where is NIC here? Okay, let's go to the network interfaces. 10.0.2.4. Okay, 10.0.2.4. So this is the NIC card created just now along with the VM. Now this NIC contains what? Only attached to VM only. NSG not attached, right? Now NSG attached to NIC card. So NIC contains NSG plus VM. It will act as an interface between your attachments and server. Let's go to now NSG. So my NSG already ready, right? Custom NSG. Can I attach this to network interface card? Network interface card. Associate. Wait. See, this is now available. Okay. Attach. Now this NIC contains total how many attachments? 2. VM, NSG. VM, NSG. Clear na? Any questions now? NSG works, subnet level, NSG works, VM level. I'm giving a small task to you today. Just, or do you have you are having AWS knowledge? Now you are not a freshers, right? One NSG works subnet level. So don't create a multiple servers. Subnet instead you can create a 2 servers only. NSG level enable 20 to 80, for example. Subnet level NSG. But server level, server should accept 22 only. Second server accept 80 only. So what I'm trying to say, the task I'm just giving a task. So let's say this is my subnet. NSG can attach subnet level. Okay. Now create 2 VMs. Okay. But NSG already allowed 20 to 80. So by default 20 to 80 apply for this 2 VMs. But I don't want 20 to enable for this VM, 80 enable for this VM. So you can create a separate NSGs, right or not? Here also separate NSG enable 22. Here also separate NSG enable 80. But with one NSG, how to manage for multiple server. In AWS, we have a security group, right? NESL security group. NESL allow, security group allow, block means that will not allow, right or not? But in Azure, how? Clear? One NSG 20 to 80, but as NSG attached to subnet level, but my server 22 for one, 80 for another. I'm just giving a hint. There is one concept ASG, application security group. You can use this. I think you can complete in just 15 minutes only. Okay. We have a ASG concept, not auto scaling group, application security group. So by implementing this application security group, you can easily do this. So now you can see network security group. If you open any network security group, I'm just saying here, Azure compared to AWS little slow, no doubt. Now 4 rules are there, right? This is one rule. I'm just creating one more rule. Here I'm giving source is application security group. Understand? So if you create application security group, you can select that. This application security group you can add to VM. Understand? So the VM source is application security group now. This application security group, I'm giving port is, for example, yeah, I'm just giving a port is HTTP. Name is ASG80, something I'm giving. Now this source is ASG, not everywhere, right? Where you attach this ASG, that is source, VM. So request can accept only VM, the request is coming. I mean, NSG attached for subnet level, but this rule not work for everyone. This rule, whatever rule I'm creating, this rule I'm creating, whatever rule I'm creating, this rule only apply for ASG. Understand? This NSG works subnet level, but creating rule ASG is not available, right? You can create, you can select. After that, add. So after that, add, this rule works ASG level. This ASG attached to server. I mean, still NSG works subnet level, but inside rules you can manage few rules for VM level, few rules for subnet level. Now, if you not mention ASG, all rules apply for subnet level. One rule I want to create, that rule should act, the rule should work for only VM level. Then create ASG and attach. Just explore today, you will get a more clarity. Clear? So in this case, my 2 VMs I should attach 2 ASGs, right? 2 ASGs. One ASG, one I'm giving a rule is 80. Getting ASG as a source here. Rule is 80. Second ASG, for example, I'm giving 80. So this is 22. But this two rules created into where? This NSG level only. Understand? This rule create into NSG inside. This rule also create NSG inside. But this rule works VM level. This rule works VM level. ASG attached to VM or NIC card? NIC card. All attachments to NIC card only directly. But AWS directly as security group you can attach to VM instance, right? But actually the security group attached to ENI. Understand? That will manage by AWS in the background. But here explicitly we have to attach a NIC cards only. There is no option directly attached to VM. Clear na? Yeah, you can try. You can try. Clear till here, everyone? Okay. So I'm going to discuss now. So NAT gateway, bash and host. So NSG and private network connections. Everything is clear, right, in Azure? And this concept now I'm going to discuss VNet peering. VNet peering. You know what is VC peering? Same, no doubt, same concepts, but the configurations slight difference. Here everything is easy. In AWS VPC peering, you have to create a source VPC, destination VPC, implement a VPC peering, and additionally route tables you need to update, right? Here no route tables. Create and update directly. In this case, my end definitely two VPCs required. I mean two VNets required, but my end only one VNet is there, na? Let me create one more VNet. Target VNet. So same region or different region? Different region. We can give different region. West US I'm giving. I don't know West US permission there or not. Anyway, next. We have to take care one thing here, right? CADR should not overlap, right? Two VNets. In this case, can I take this series? I'm taking two series. I think one series also I can take. Anyway, two series I'm taking. I don't want default subnet. Okay, you can take it also, no problem. Or I can create a private network better. Review on. I'm creating a one more subnet. Target VNet subnet. So, okay. And then launch VM quickly. West US, right? Password. Twenty is mandatory, right, to connect. So one NSG will create with 22. Okay. And disks, networking, target VNet, subnet. And I don't want to give any public IP for this server. So review and create. One NSG will create, one NIC card will create, NSG 22 will be enabled for this VM. Done. So this is creating now. You are inside of private VM, right? So here to target VNet inside server, I'm going to connect. So let's try to connect now. SSH. Azure user. What is the private? Okay. VM is still creating, right? And as is creating now, you can see the resources what and all are creating. And then the NIC card and all you can see. Creating Nana. Okay. So go to resource. So I'm taking private IP 10.2.4. Again, SSH connection timeout. The reason this is in different network VM and source VM is different network VM. So both networks are isolated by default. So you can implement a connection in between by using VNet peering, right? So first go to which VNet you want to implement the VNet peering. This is my source, right? Custom VNet. First one is peering connections are there now here. Click on these peerings. Add. You can give source to target something. Which network I need to select here? Target. Source already selected right here. Target. VNet link, something you can give. Add. All options here only. If you want reverse way, you can select this one. Target to source also. Source to target also. Fully synchronized. Done. VNet peering is this one. So you can go here. Clear na? So we no need to do a big actions in the background like AWS. Connect. Target VM private. So this is VNet peering. Clear till here? Any questions from anyone? Which cloud is easy? Online team. AWS or Azure? Tell me, a one person want to start their career in cloud. Which cloud is easy to them? Huh? You already learn AWS, right? Just imagine. After learn Azure, if you start AWS, your feeling is what? What? We need to get route tables, internet gateway, association in Azure is not like this, right? Public subnet, private subnet, internet gateways, NAT gateways. What is confusing like that, right? Yeah, this is a grid. AWS GeoA is much better than all clouds. This is a grid, yes. GCP very easy than Azure. GCP is very, very easy. Yeah, AWS is right point. Agreed. That's what. If you learn AWS, you can easily learn different clouds. That's what I have started AWS. See, understand. Simple. This concept we have discussed in AWS, I think 15th class or 16th class. Right or not? Diagrams, custom networks, route tables, internet gateway, points, and all and all. But now Azure second class itself we are discussing. That's what one cloud knowledge, if you have, you can easily understand. Same applies for everywhere. Load balance or auto scaling. Same, all are easy only. So that's what you can update in your resumes. Azure GCP also. Now multi-cloud is more demand in the market. Any questions? So tomorrow I'll start. Okay, you can deploy, for example, oh, not M, right? APT. APT update -y. Sudo APT update -y. See, there is no internet, right? This private, what do we need to do? NAT gateway configuration is required for this VNet also. Then you can work with update, install Nginx and all. Clear, na? Okay, yes, then. If you don't have any questions, you can practice in the lab itself only. We are providing free environment, right? Cloud plural site, Azure. So please practice. Thank you.